Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Nicole. I've been posting videos all about my level up journey and today is going to be no different. As you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 new books that I have brought into my home recently that has been helping me along different areas of my level up journey. So with that, let me get into some of these videos. You will see a common theme and then there's going to be a wild card. So how about we start with the wild card? So I know a lot of people in regards to their level up journey or talking about being more feminine here on YouTube, they say that, you know, it's so much more appealing for a woman to have a little bit more mystery about her, keep some things to herself. And I do really believe that to be true. That's not necessarily always the way that I have lived my life. I definitely have had periods where maybe I was a oversharer. However, I'm beating around the bush a little bit because I know that this will be maybe a sensitive topic for some. But I picked up this massive textbook of taking charge of your fertility. Now, one of my followers on Instagram, who's become a bit of a friend, she recommended me this book when my husband and I first started trying to conceive a while ago. And I think that's the part of this topic that is a little bit vulnerable to come here and speak about with you because I don't want everybody in my business. But everybody that I have shared this book with thus far has either gone and bought it or it started such an important conversation. Now, this book is not only for people that are trying to conceive, but it's also for people, for women, essentially, who are, I actually don't want to just say women. Let me just hold on a second because my husband has learned a lot about the female body from going through this book with me as well. So I do want to go back and say people. Although it is a woman's body, I think that when you're in a relationship with someone, the more that two people can come together and face issues as a team, the stronger of a relationship that you may have when you're going through a certain season of life. So this book is for people who are not only trying to conceive, but maybe for people that are trying to not start a family. And it goes through natural ways of how you can track your body and understand your body and either help you to procreate or help you to not procreate. And I've been learning so much about my body and how I can best support it and its fertility by reading this book. Now, I'm only like 164 pages through it. It is so dry. It's not a fun read. However, if you have any inkling that you need to look into your female health, this is the one. So the next 2 books, I have literally just read a couple of pages in them. So I will report back or maybe I'll do a blog post on these, but they're in the topic of finances. Now, finances is something, again, I'm not looking to get majorly into here on YouTube. There's certain aspects of my life that I would like to keep personal, but with saying that, I think it's safe to say that most people in life are looking at generating more wealth. And so this is the Stock Market 101, and it's just like an introductory to stocks. I've personally never played around with any stocks or anything like that. I don't even know if I'm ready to or if I'm interested in it, but I think sometimes just understanding what options are available to you is like half of the battle. The next book that I've started reading is the Old Money book, and it says the Old Money book details how anyone from any background can adopt the values, priorities, and habits of America's upper class in order to live a richer life. This entertaining and informative work reveals for the first time the core values that shape the discreet but truly affluent old money ways. And one of the things that I liked about that was the fact that it says the core values, because I think that's a lot of what I've been focusing on this level up journey, is that some of the things that you see in people that are a little bit more elite, that have leveled up, they do have certain specific core values. It may present itself in different ways or might look a little bit different from person to person, but I find those core values are quite similar across the board. A lot of these books have come in through recommendations of people that I follow on Instagram or my followers. So I know social media gets a bad rap sometimes, but truly, if you're following people that actually nourish you and nurture you along your life journey, and use the unfollow button when you can, or you could, or you should, Instagram can be a beautiful place. The next book that I want to speak about is this one, which is Business Etiquette Made Easy. So I read the first book, which was Modern Etiquette Made Easy, and I've loved following Micah over on Instagram and TikTok. Now, I've been loving playing around with little etiquette styled videos over on my TikTok as well. It will be listed for you in the description box if you want to follow along. By no means am I a etiquette expert, but what I'm finding is that when you can use certain tools in your life, you can use those tools to like help you hold yourself accountable. And that's where I've been loving posting on YouTube, and also now posting more etiquette styled videos over on TikTok. So as this book mentioned, it is about business, right? So business etiquette made easy. Now, as my business grows, there are certain situations that I find myself getting into that isn't pleasurable, or situations that I would want to find myself in again. And so I'm always on the pursuit of trying to understand how I can avoid that in future. I think sometimes in business, it's not always going to be a business fail or a business issue, but rather a person-to-person issue, if that makes sense, a human issue. And so if I can handle those issues with a little bit more grace and a little bit more etiquette and a little bit more manners, I feel like it should be a lot smoother of an experience for all of the parties that are involved in it. So I'll report back on this one. Okay, last but not least, we've got Ladies Like Us, which I have not even opened yet, but I have read the back and I have heard a few podcasts with the author, which I think she doesn't live too far from me here in England. But that being said, so it says, society has been failing generations of young women. Since the 1960s, liberalization of the feminine identity brought a rapid decline in common courtesy, grace, morality, and manners, and has almost wiped out the value of what it means to be a lady. We have been told to set aside dreams of old-fashioned romance in favor of discovering our sexuality, despite what our hearts tell us. Being ladylike has fallen aside for the rise of the sellout, sexy celebrity we are told to emulate. This movement has done little to help how young ladies view their God-given feminine identity today. Yet quietly, there's an underground movement among women who are embracing old-fashioned values and returning to their original dreams after all that exhausting, bra-burning man-bashing. Gone are the 6-inch heels, boob jobs, big gobs, fake beauty, and in its place, a classy, kind, educated, and romantic young woman worthy of catching any prince. The Darling Academy is a call to arms and a school of reform for any woman who underneath it all does care about her skirt length, how to handle a knife and fork correctly, and how to surround herself with everyday happiness. Welcome to the Modern Finishing School, ladies. We're so glad you're joining us. Now, I will say with this one, I think that I don't want to say I'm an enigma. I don't think that I'm that special. But I do think that I agree with like a lot of what I have just read on the back here, but I think that the way that I present myself, I do think I'm a traditional person, but I also believe in getting plastic surgery if you so want it. I don't think that you should find your worth in that. I don't think that you need that. But I mean, I have a video that you may have seen by now where I take you along to my Botox appointment, and I've definitely brought you along to some of my other procedures on this channel. But I think that that doesn't mean that I have any less traditional values, or I don't want to say rules because it's not rules, but I think you probably understand where I'm going with this. So I'm very interested to read this one. I think it's going to be a little bit controversial, but I do think that it will align with my core values, which, bringing it back to the Old Money book, I think that, again, people that are on a level up journey, there will be certain core values that are consistent across the board. Anyways, my friends, that is it for this video. Are you reading anything that is helping you along on your level up journey? If you are, I would love to hear what it is in the comment section down below, and I will add it to my ever-growing list. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.